Uh, and Catfish got me. I was crying at the end. I'll tell y'all why in a little bit. But okay, this is. Whew, that was so sad. This is Catfish. This is the season finale for season 7. This is season 7, episode 18, Nick and Jasmine. So, as y'all all know, this is Max's final episode. I can't believe it. But they are doing a ceremonial song of love. And basically, this guy wants to know the truth behind this woman. He is a 29 single father from Philly. And he saw Jasmine. And she's a single mom. And she's 25. He was so into her. He ended, like, he was talking to other people. But he ended that other stuff. He talked to her. And she never let him like see her face. Like he went to her house and like she was breathing. Well, actually, we'll get to that in a second. I never saw her. They called Nick. Nick mentions that he met Jasmine on a dating app, and they were like really like live pics from Snapchat. Like you can't even really fake a Snapchat, I think. She had a lot of anxiety. He mentions, okay, so he actually had found her house, and you know, the girl was, he said, I'll let you in, but I gotta blindfold you first. So, and then he kissed her, like, he's kind of met her, but he hasn't met her, if you get what I mean. It's officially like 50 Shades of Grey, like the blindfolding. And this is the most weirdest episode I've ever seen, but the most craziest, but also the most saddest. It's like bittersweet, you know? In Philadelphia, that's where Nick lives. And basically they catch Nick's cousin Jimmy on his way out. And Fugazi, I guess that means phony. And Jasmine is a pretty girl, okay? Like, she looked like she could be the real girl. They casually sent texts, and Nick mentions like you can't fake a Snapchat. He says there has been times that they talked like 8 hours on the phone, and he could hear the anxiety in her voice. He heard her breathing and everything. So they met up on Valentine's Day. Oh, why do I keep mentioning like the same thing like 3 times? But anyways, he got frustrated. He never saw her. He did all the catfish things they do, like the reverse image and the phone number, and nothing came up. He also like bought her Demi Lovato tickets, and she showed like live from her concert. She never asked for anything, but he gave her like $600 for like her card, and they met on or like some Venmo app. So okay, basically Nick gives Neve and Max all the information and on some Venmo app. So JG is from MTV. He's from like these other MTV shows. Nick says he tried everything, and one of them came up in this Jocelyn, the one who's supposed to be Jasmine. But Jocelyn is like this girl. She has like 900 followers on Instagram, and yeah, it looks like it could be her. But it wasn't. She said her name's Jocelyn, not Jasmine. She's never spoken to Nick. That was her nephew, not her kid. And basically, this Jasmine chick had made a whole narrative around her pictures. And Max is so funny. He is gonna be so missed. He was on the JG guy, he was on the Real World and the Challenge. Jay says he hasn't used it lately, but the girl was like named Lalani, Miss New York, so I guess she was the pageant girl, but they never met. And Neve mentions like, dude, you got catfished, okay? And basically this girl has like multiple accounts. Like, I don't want to seem rude, but maybe she like was hiding because of her weight. I don't know why, but that's what I think. And they call Nick, they tell him everything, and when he realizes that Jasmine's not the girl in the pictures, he gets bummed, and then he gets pissed, and he feels betrayed. But basically Neve goes and calls the girl, and turns out her name's not Jasmine, what she was, but it's Nicole, and she's in South Jersey. And like Neve is trying to get her to meet, but she's contemplating, and she's like, I can't. And then she's like, okay. So she decides to do it. And they ask, Neve asked, one of them asked, um, does he know Nicole? And he says no. So they go down to her friend's house, and Nicole is basically hiding. Like, they made it like very suspensey, and Neve actually went in the house, and from the frame of her figure, I kind of knew, but that wasn't actually the reason. It heard her breathing, and she's so nervous. And like, it was a good, cool, like 5 minutes. I was like, girl, come on, get out the house. And she did, and I was like, wow, she's pretty, but she's black, which is good. But why did she use that picture? Like, whatever. And she says she's not a malicious person. She felt like it was easy talking to him as Jasmine and as herself. She says she doesn't feel very good about herself. I mean, everybody has to love the body that they're in, okay? You can change it with plastic surgery, but it's not a real body, you know? And basically, she says, like, she's so nervous she can't do this, so she runs back in the house, and they leave, but they go see Nick, and Nick explains the situation to Jimmy. He was like, please tell me you didn't go in that girl's house. And you're like, you're gassing me. I thought he said gayest. I don't know why he thought that. But Nicole was miserable, you know, and she doesn't have no kids. But the way she got the Snapchat thing to work, she had a she had an iPhone 6, and she was using an iPhone 7 to like do the live thing, so the accounts were like real. Sorry, I keep moving the camera. And she was recording with her. She did go to the Demi Lovato concert. She said she had fun. And then she mentions like she doesn't accept gifts from guys. And he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want the money back. You can keep it. Like, and she's like, I know. I'm just explaining. And she said Nicole says he's a great guy and it was genuine, and she is in love with him. She has no excuses. Her dad passed and her whole world crumbled, and I guess when you're suffering through a tragedy, sometimes you just try to eat to like heal the pain. So I guess that's what she did. He accepts the apology, but he doesn't have a problem like being friends moving forward. That's so nice. Like, Nick's gonna have him a nice lady someday. Like, yeah. And Catfish adjourned. So it's 3 months later. They text. Nick says they text. It's friendly text. He's single. He keeps busy, and no more fugazi. No more. And Nicole looks great. She looks more happier. She's not as nervous as she was. And she says she's putting dating on the back burner. Okay, so there is one more little part before I leave you guys. So basically, Neve says like, okay, Max, go ahead and tell them. He was like, yeah, I've loved doing this show, and I've loved doing it for these last like 7 years, but I am leaving. And they show all these clips of him and Max and all the lives that he's helped, and he mentions all the friends that he's made being on the show, the crew, like the catfishes and the people on the show. I was tearing up, like, I just can't believe he's leaving. Like, it's so sad, but it's like they were like peanut butter and jelly, you know? But Neve was someone else to be like peanut butter and mayonnaise, and peanut butter and mayonnaise don't make sense. Neve does mention that they're gonna do like what they did when like Max was filming that movie and they had like different people come in. So they're gonna try out different people, and whoever is the best one, that will probably be the new co-host. I think it needs to be somebody with like he could bounce off of. Somebody with chemistry. I know everybody keeps thinking it's gonna be his wife, but maybe it's because she's pregnant. It probably won't be, you know. But yeah, this is a Catfish. this is That was loud. I'm sorry. This is the Catfish season finale. If you want to come back to my channel, I will be reviewing Jersey Shore on vacation. Maybe Star. I don't know. But I'll see you guys when Catfish comes back on. I'm so sad it's off, but at the same time, I'm so happy because then I get like a Wednesday break. So, bye guys.